Welcome to my YouTube channel जिसका नाम है टेक्नो मंत्रा. So in last video we discussed about hello world program, C program structure, compiler and different stages of compiler. So today we are going to discuss variable present in C program language. So when you heard a word variable, the first question come into your mind like what is a variable? So variable is nothing but a name provided to a storage area where we need to store a data or access a data. Okay. So now why we write a C program or any program? So we write a program to perform a particular task. So whenever we need to perform any task, we need to deal with some data. We need to some receive data or some send data, access data, store data. So for this we need one storage area. Okay, we call it as a memory. So if I want to store a data on some particular memory location, how I can store? Okay, so what we will do, we will provide some name to that particular location, and through that name we will store a data on the memory location, and that name called as a variable. Okay, so now we will take one example. Based on that example you will more clear with that. Okay, so now you all know the car door lock unlock system. So nowadays driver having one smart key. On that key two buttons are present. Like first button whenever you press, the car door get locked, and whenever you press the second button, that is unlock, then car door will unlock. So how it will happen? So whenever you press lock button, it will send one signal, that is 1. For example, we consider the signal as a 1. And whenever you press unlock button, it will send a signal as a 0. So to store this data, the signal is as a data, we need one location, like one storage area. So now we have a signal. Whenever you press L, it has a signal 1. So now you need to store this data somewhere, like memory. So how can you directly store the data on memory? Okay, you cannot store like one on directly memory locations, because we don't know that which memory location is empty or which memory location we need to store a data. This work is done by OS. Okay, so whenever you declare any variable, OS will check which memory location is empty, and that memory location is get mapped with your variable name, and through this you are able to store a data. Okay, so for example, whenever you receive a 1, so you need to store on any memory location. So how can you store? So you need one medium. So the variable is a medium to store a data on any memory location. So how we can do? For example, I need to store a data on 004 memory location. So I will provide a variable name, one name to that location. It is a signal. So I provide a name like SIG, signal underscore CUR, like current. So whenever I receive any data, through this variable name I am able to store the data on particular memory location. So now you are clear with the definition, like variable is nothing but the name provided to the storage area where we need to store a data or access a data. So that is a definition, what is a variable. So you are clear with that. Now we will see the syntax, how we can declare the variable. Okay, so whenever you need to declare a variable, you need to clear with the 2 points like variable declaration and variable initialization. So now we will see how we can declare the variable in program and how we can initialize. So this is a syntax. Okay, so syntax for a declaration. So whenever you need to declare any variable, so first you need to write a data type, and then variable name. Okay, and in last semicolon. Don't forget the semicolon. Semicolon is for end of statement. So if you don't add a semicolon, then it will throw an error. So last semicolon. So this is the syntax for a variable data type and variable name. So this is a simple declaration. So whenever you need to initialize or any value, so what is initialize and declaration, we will see. First we will see the syntax for both. So syntax for initialize. Okay, so initialization. Syntax for initialize any variable. So for this data type, variable name, is equal to, and whatever value you need to initialize this value. Okay, and semicolon. So this is a declaration syntax and this is an initialization syntax. So declaration means what? Simply you are declare a name or you are labeling the name to any memory location. So if I write a variable name, so what is the data type? I will explain you. But if I write any variable name like signal underscore CUR. So this is a variable name. Declaration means I just mapping this name with any particular memory location. Okay, so for example, I am mapping this name with 0x05. So this only on declaration, just mapping the name with a memory location. But whenever you initialize, the initialization means if I write signal underscore CUR and equal to any value if I provide, then what it will do, first it will map with that memory location. So this name map with the memory location for 004, and whenever I initialize any value, this value directly initialized with that memory. So it is automatically stored on that memory location. So this is an initialization. And in declaration, we just provide a name to one particular memory location. So this is the difference between initialization and declaration. So now the next point is why we need to define the data type first. Okay, so that is a variable name and data type. What is a data type? How we can write a data type, different type of data type, I will explain you in next video. But now just you remember, data type is we need to write along with the variable. If you write a variable SIG current, it will not give you proper information. So how much memory it can be allocated for this, how much capacity of this variable. To know this, we use a data type. So data type is nothing but a data type shows the variable storage capacity. So how much capacity of this variable. So character is one data type. If I use the character, then variable name. Okay, character, variable name, sign underscore CUR. In that scenario, it will shows that this variable having capacity of 1 byte of memory. Okay, so if character with a variable name if we declare, then this variable having a capacity of 1 byte means 8 bit. If we use a integer as a data type, okay, int, in that case this variable having a capacity of 4 byte means 32 bit. So the data type shows the storage capacity of variable, that how much data can be stored by the particular variable. Okay, so now I think so you are clear with the what is variable, variable declaration and initialization. So now we will see the rule for naming the variable in C. So if you want to declare any variable in your C program, then you need to naming that variable. So to naming the variable, there is some rule you need to follow. So now we will see the rule for naming the variable. Okay. So the first rule is whenever you need to name any variable or naming any variable, you can use for that alphabet like capital A to Z or small a to Z, or you can use a number 0 to 9 or only one special character, that is underscore. Okay, so you can use alphabet, number or underscore as a special character, or the combination of all. By using this you can naming the variable. So that is the first rule. Apart from this you cannot use other, means like any special character like at the rate percentage you cannot use. You can use only one special character, that is underscore. So the second rule is whenever you need to naming any variable, your variable must and should start from alphabet or underscore. Okay, so if you want to name any variable, we'll do example like say signal underscore CUR. If you naming the variable start with the alphabet, it is acceptable. Okay, also if start the name like underscore signal underscore CUR, so if you start name with the underscore, this also acceptable. But if you write the name start with a number like 1 underscore signal underscore CUR, then this name is not acceptable. This is a wrong. So whenever you need to naming any C variable, the variable name must and should start from alphabet or underscore. Okay, so don't use a number. So that is the second rule. And third rule is our variable name is a case sensitive. Okay, so whenever you write a name like SIG signal underscore CUR, so this is a variable name. So what is the third rule is variable name is case sensitive. So case sensitive means what? If you write the same name like SIG underscore CUR, so both the name pronunciation and spellings are same, like SIG CUR, signal underscore CUR, signal underscore CUR. So SIG CUR, SIG CUR. But here we use all the capital, means uppercase, and here we use ing as in lowercase. So if we write like this, then this both the variable pointing towards the different memory location. These both are pointing towards different memory location, like which is not a same. So that's why this variable is a case sensitive. So this is a third point. So whenever you write, whenever you declare any variable, whenever you are naming any C variable, then you need to take care of all these three rules. So that is the rule for variable declaration. So now we will move towards our PC screen to see the practical orientation, that how we can declare the variable and how we can initialize the variable. So for practical orientation of variable, I already created one file with the variable.c. So we'll open it. Inside this file, I already included the header file and main function. So the first point is declaration. So for declaration, I already explained you a syntax, data type and variable name. So along with the variable name, we'll mention a data type. So here I use the data type as an integer and variable name signal underscore current. So SIG underscore CUR. So now we'll save this file. Okay, and we'll compile in Linux environment. So for compilation, cc file name as an variable.c. So whenever you enter it, okay, it's properly compiled. So whatever you declare the data type is correct. So this declaration is correct. So the next point is initialization. Okay, so initialization for this syntax is data type, variable name equal to value. Okay, so here we mention equal to value as an 1. So now we initialize this variable SIGCUR with the value 1. So to check it is properly initialized or not, we'll print this variable. So for this we'll use a printf function, printf semicolon. Okay. So what is a printf function or what is a scanf, we'll see in upcoming videos. And to print any variable, we'll mention the variable name after the comma, signal underscore CUR. Okay, and inside this double colon we'll use some format specifier. So format specifier is informed to printf function that in which format we need to print a data. So the format is an integer, the data type is integer, so we'll use %d. So % is used for the integer data type. It is a format specifier for this data type. So after the %d we'll use a /n. /n will put our cursor to the next line. So now we'll save this file. Okay. Again we'll compile. So we'll compile it. So now it's properly compiled. So we'll check a.out file is created. Now we will print our run the a.out file ./a.out file and then enter. So now you can see here our data equal to 1. So the %d means it will print the data of the variable. So variable data is 1. So that's why here 1 is printed on the monitor. So now initialization is done. So you can initialize your variable like this. So now you are clear with the variable declaration and initialization. So some of exercise is given below. Please work on that. So the first point is write a program to initialize a variable with the value 10 and print on a monitor. So the same program you need to modify with the values. And the second point is write a program to check a rule for naming a C variable. So already I explained you the name, already I explained you the rule for naming a C variable. Please verify by writing a program that whatever rule I explained to you is working or not. If you have any doubt on that, please comment in the comment section. In this video, we discuss about variable, what is a variable initialization, declaration, and rule for naming a variable. So in next video we will discuss about the data type. Okay, so if you have any doubt or any queries regarding this point, please comment in the comment section. Also, we provide our contact information and social media information in the description of each and every video. You can go there, post your doubt, your queries. We always look forward to resolve your queries and doubt. Thank you. So keep connecting, keep enjoying, keep learning with e-Techno Mantra. This time to learn theory practically. Thank you. So मिलते हैं in next video. Bye. Have a nice day.